welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly June message for all of the Tauruses out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Taurus out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to I Lean Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic, intuitive, and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week, right here on this channel. Without further ado, Taurus, let's dive right into your monthly message. All right, Taurus, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Taurus this month? All right, Taurus, we are starting off right off the bat with the Star card that literally fell out. Okay, all right. You have 3 major arcanas right at the start here, Taurus. So the Star card. So a lot of times here, Taurus, this is where you currently are. When I see the Star card, this really sort of represents a lot of healing that is currently going on. So understand that this healing process is actually going to shift you into a new beginning. So this is going to represent a lot of things maybe from your past, certain beliefs. It could be ancestral trauma that you're sort of healing. I just feel that in essence, it's a lot of healing from the past, and you're needing to sort of bring forth a lot of faith. Have some faith and understanding and hope that things are going to get a little bit better. A lot of you could actually be wishing for something. You're wanting a change. Maybe some of you, this is going to represent relationships. It could represent maybe a new career. It's sort of a lot of things for a lot of you. So just understand that when you have a specific goal in mind, or a specific desire, or a specific passion that you are trying to sort of align yourself with here, Taurus, it's important that you keep the faith. It's important that you see the positive. Try to understand that the more that you focus on having faith and the hope that things are going to eventually get better, and you focus on the things that you are desiring instead of focusing on all the other things, that is when you are able to shift and move a lot quicker through the lessons or the phases. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin here, Taurus. So as I mentioned, you are starting off where you currently are is at the Star. This is going to be Aquarius energy. So if you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart, especially in the top 3, you're going to want to look at Aquarius's message as it might actually hold some weight or some information for you. So what I love about this Star card is that there is this single thread that is going on up into the Star. And the Star itself truly represents that, that phrase that we often hear, wishing upon a star. That is, when we wish upon a star, we have these great hopes. We have faith that something better is out there for us. And I want to point out here that, when I'm looking at your cards here vertically, I have the Star with the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. This ultimately really tells me that you tend to be in your head a lot here. Maybe there's some fears, maybe there's some doubt, maybe there's some anxiety on, maybe you're seeing things from a very pessimistic point of view, or you're actually only looking at the things that have gone wrong instead of truly allowing yourself to be in a space where you could be hopeful and you can see the silver lining in the clouds, right? So understand here, Taurus, that where you currently are right now, Spirit is wanting you to bring forth a lot more faith and hope. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Okay. Now, what is your theme? Your theme is Chariot energy. This is about victory. This is about movement. This is about pushing towards the things that you are truly desiring and the things that you truly want. What I love about the Chariot is that this invokes your own free will. You have to have a great desire to want to move or transition into the next phase of your life. And a lot of that is going to require you to really focus on your thoughts, right? If you're constantly focusing on all of the things that have gone wrong, if you're focusing on all of the negative, if you're focusing on the fear, then that is going to prevent your chariot. That's going to prevent you from moving. One thing I want to point out here about the chariot is that whenever I see the chariot, I often see it as a way for you to move. And I do have this one phrase that often says, if you are not happy with where you are, move. You're not a tree. You're not deeply rooted where you are. And so it's important for you to understand that if you're wanting movement, if you're wanting change, you have to initiate it. You have to set forth action towards that. So, and chariot is action energy. It's actual movement. So understand that that is your theme this month. I feel that this month you're really going to need to explore, what are the areas that I need to change? Where am I moving to? Some of you, for some of you, this could actually be moving. You could be moving maybe into a different state, a different house, that kind of thing. Maybe you're moving departments, that kind of thing. But it's important for you to understand that this movement is moving you towards a new beginning. Now, I say that because what you are accomplishing is the Fool. The Fool is new beginnings, okay? The Fool begins his journey in a new space, and he's having to travel to actually learn his lessons and experience all of the experiences. The Fool is about taking a risk. It's about trusting blindly, having the faith, being optimistic, having that hope. So this all sort of ties right in here, Taurus, for you. So understand that I feel that what you are accomplishing here is that Spirit really wants you to trust in them, wants you to surrender and sort of allow yourself to take a risk and sort of take that leap of faith so that you can move in whatever direction Spirit is sort of guiding you in. Now, what do you need to avoid? You have the Nine of Swords. This is fear, right? I feel that what Spirit wants you to avoid here is, release yourself from the fear, from the doubt, from the anxiety. If you're constantly fretting over mistakes that you've made or things that could go wrong, you're going to do nothing more than create more of that energy. And that energy isn't in alignment with a star. It isn't in alignment with your hope and what you are wanting to transpire, what you're desiring. So this is what you need to avoid. Start seeing whatever fears that come up this month, see them as they are. Allow yourself to see the illusions, okay? Now, what do you need to embrace? The Knight of Cups. Now, what this tells me is that you need to embrace the things that you love, right? That could be the luxuries of life. That could be the relationships that you have in your life. This is what you're needing to embrace, and this is how you're going to get through this month. If you're too busy in your head and you're thinking about all the things that have gone wrong, or you're thinking about all of the things from the past, then you're not in your present moment. The Knight of Cups is really about presenting you with love, appreciation, adoration, and it's really about overall harmony, okay? It's about a proposal. So for some of you, this is what you're needing to embrace. Some of you might actually be presented with an opportunity. It could be a new relationship that comes into your life. It could be, a friend. It could be a new family member, whatever it is. Something new is going to be coming into your life this month, and it's going to be important for you to be open to it. Be open to receiving in whatever form it comes in. I really feel that's ultimately the message here, Taurus. Just be open to receiving, because Spirit has something amazing for you. I want to point out that as I'm looking at this entire spread here, Taurus, that I feel that you sort of have been wanting to go in a new direction. You've been wanting some massive change, because I feel like you've kind of gotten a little stuck in a rut per se. I see that here with the Nine of Wands. It's almost like you felt like you're limited. You're only limited to experiencing or learning or expanding in a certain way, and you want to go beyond that. You have this dream and this desire to go beyond what you've already experienced, right? But the only way that you can do that is if you're open to receiving what others have in store for you, especially what your team and what spirit in the universe has for you. So this is what you're needing to embrace. And I keep hearing this. Embrace the beauty that surrounds you, because and again, I feel it's about being present and in the moment, because I don't feel that you are in the moment enough here, Taurus. Because when you can sit down and see how much you are loved, how much you are appreciated, how much you actually have, and when you can learn to see everything as an opportunity, then you'll be able to see the beauty and the synchronicity of everything. And so this is why Spirit is really wanting you to be open. Now, what is the obstacle? Okay, you have Two of Wands energy in your obstacle. And I feel the obstacle is that you're so used to planning and organizing your entire life, Taurus, that is your go-to. It is how you learn. It's how you like to respond. It's what you like to do. You like to plan everything out to perfection, right? But understanding that what you're accomplishing right now is the Fool energy, which is inexperience, right? It's naive energy. It's young energy. It's taking a risk, right? It's not planning. It's just being present in the moment, allowing yourself to experience what comes. And so this is why the Two of Wands is your obstacle, because you're so used to wanting to plan everything far in advance, and Spirit is saying, no, we want you to be present. Don't try to plan what you're doing tomorrow. Focus on today. Focus on what's in front of you today. See what's around you. See the beauty. Embrace the relationships around you. Spend quality time with the people that love you. Learn to, spend a little bit more time out in nature. That's what Spirit is asking you. So I want to point out that with this obstacle, this Two of Wands, there's nothing wrong with wanting to plan your future or organize your future. But you have to sort of take a step back from that, because Spirit is really wanting you to immerse yourself in the things that bring you the most joy. And that's being present and in the moment. Your support is the Ten of Cups, which is about spiritual and emotional fulfillment, right? If you're too busy focusing on all of the mistakes that you've made, or all of the things that you haven't fully accomplished, or you're too busy focusing on the future, trying to plan and organize how you're going to get from point A to point B, then you're missing out on the best things in life. You're missing out on the journey. You're actually missing out on life that is going on right in front of you in this precise moment here, Taurus. So your support is the Ten of Cups, which is really about when you can stop and just appreciate the relationships, appreciate your experiences, appreciate everything that is around you, and just be present. You'll gain so much more insight from that. I feel that you will, it's almost like you're sort of transitioning here. And I feel like Spirit is really wanting to draw you in. And this is how you're going to move beyond your own perceived limitations, okay? Because your action is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands in the traditional tarot shows a man standing with all of these wands behind him and a bandage on his head. He has worked so hard to protect what he has accomplished, what he's done. And this is you, Taurus, because you're a very hard worker. You're very headstrong, and you just go for it. There is no holds barred when it comes to you. But I feel that you will work yourself to death before you enjoy the luxuries that are being presented to you. And Spirit wants you to move beyond that. Spirit wants you to explore, wants you to see, there's so much more than what you've accomplished. You could experience so much more if you allowed yourself to take a risk, if you allowed yourself to be present and not plan every single detail of your life. And that is what Spirit really wants you to do. Spirit wants you to see beyond the planning, see beyond the organizing, see beyond, just how to do point A to point B. Wants you to see beyond that, wants you to see the whole picture. It's almost like Spirit wants you to sort of step into that observer position so that you could observe how much you're missing in your day-to-day life. Now, what is your advice and your encouragement? The Page of Swords. This is about learning. It's an opportunity for you to learn, and it's about truth. I really feel this is really a way for you to learn how to live your life differently and how to get more joy and fulfillment out of your life, because I feel like you've grown a little tired of the same old routine. It's almost like this phrase that I keep hearing, same old, right? You want more than that. You want to experience more than that. You've been asking the universe for more, and Spirit wants to give it to you. But you have to be willing. You have to be willing, right, with this Chariot to put down this rigid way of how you're living your life here, Taurus, and allow yourself to be free. One thing about the Chariot that I want to point out here, there are no reins that connect that this gentleman here is holding on to when it comes to the horses. These horses are not, they're not, there's no restraints on them. They're not being told what direction to go. And Spirit's just wanting you to let go of the reins of your life. Spirit is really wanting you to let go of those reins so that you could enjoy the luxuries, enjoy everything else that's around you. So Taurus, that is your message this month. Let's go ahead and draw an additional card so that we can see what additional information Spirit has for you this month. So let's see. What information and what insight does Spirit have for Taurus? What do you have for Taurus? What additional information and insight do you have for Taurus here, Spirit? What additional information and insight do you have for Spirit? For Taurus. It's been one of those days, Taurus. What additional information and insight do you have for Taurus? Okay. All right, we got one. All right, let's see. You got number 31, Call of the Muse. We are going to go ahead and read what it says in the book, but I absolutely love this. This is really speaking to me a lot here, Taurus, about just being in the flow, the state of flow, being in the moment. All right, so number 31, Call of the Muse. Okay. When you feel the call of the muse, you are being invited to create, to be the artist choreographing your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, divine source. While the process feels intensely personal, your ego and self-identification are, ironically, the most unnecessary parts of the equation. While you might think you own the magic of your creativity, can you truly say you're the source of the inspiration? Similar to the spirit of genius from card 29, imagine your creativity stemming from another spirit guide, the muse. Just as the genius needs to partner with your intellect, so too does the muse need you to open your heart and let magic flow through your intuition and emotions. Stop seeing yourself as the center of the process, and instead see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. Sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings, the story and its expression. Other times you observe from the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate source. Today, your muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, or a color. Journal. Finish that writing project. Start something new. Paint, sing, dance. And don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plans for you. Your muse knows where this is all meant to go. For you, The big magic is in the experience of answering the call. This is absolutely beautiful for you, Taurus. I am so excited that this actually came out because it does really pinpoint a lot of what we discussed. Muse energy really is about, you know, when we talk about the Fool, which is what you are accomplishing this month, it's really about just sort of going with the flow. And Spirit really wants you to do that, really wants you to just go with the flow, allow things to be, enjoy the luxuries and the presence of being in your present moment. So I thank you so much for joining me today, Taurus, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.